Hey everyone, I'm back with another video. Today I wanted to talk about the Capricorn rising in my boyfriend's chart. So he is a Capricorn rising and that's what we're going to discuss today. Of course I have to look the part. I got my hair up in a ponytail, no eyeshadow, some brown gloss, no costume jewelry, just my gold jewelry. That's very Capricorn because they have very expensive taste, but we'll get to that. But I have my very, cream long sleeve blouse, and yeah, so Capricorns have a very unique style. They can either wear very earth tones when it comes to their makeup and the way they dress, or they can dress in very dark colors. And that's my boyfriend's rising sign. So I wanted to discuss a little bit about all Capricorns. We're old souls. We're much older beyond our years. We're much wiser. We make very wise decisions. We're not impulsive. We think before we act. And 9 times out of 10, our thoughts are going to shut us down before we even make a move, because again, we're old souls. We don't tolerate nonsense. If you come at a Capricorn with drama, BS, rumors, or even wanting to fight them, they're not going to have anything to do with you. If they have to fight you to, stand their ground, you're definitely going to be cut off, and they want nothing to do with you. And they're not going to forget it, and they're not going to let you forget it either. Also, Capricorns are very moody. We're very moody. I'm a Capricorn sun. So we're very moody people, and so let's get into my boyfriend's rising sign in Capricorn. So let's start with how he is perceived in this world. He is a very serious person. When you first meet him, he's very serious, and he don't tolerate any nonsense. He talks a lot about, his job, or jobs he's had in the past, the type of money that he made, how much money he made, because again, Capricorns like to keep themselves to a very high standard when it comes to their money, how they make their money. Yes, Capricorns are very private, but him being a Capricorn rising, he sort of brags a little bit about the type of money that he makes, and he's very proud. Even if it's $1, he's very proud of that dollar because he worked hard for it. That's another thing that's very honorable about him. He works very hard. But I'm getting off topic. Also, he comes off very moody. So like I mentioned before, people always think that he has an attitude or he has a problem with somebody. That's just his personality. He 9 times out of 10, it's just moody. He doesn't have a problem with anybody. It's just has an attitude. All Capricorns are moody and have an attitude. It's just Capricorns. Also, that's how he's perceived all around. So, very serious. His money, his jobs, just, he works very hard. So, yeah. Let's get into his physical features. So, as a Capricorn rising, they have a very stern expression. Capricorns are very serious, so they have a very serious look to them. That doesn't mean they're angry. People perceive him as being angry too. He can just be sitting there, waiting for his appointment, and people will come up to him saying, "What's wrong? Are you mad? You look mad," or, "Why do you have an attitude?" And he doesn't. It's just the way he looks. He's a very serious person, and his facial expressions are very serious. Even when he's, watching the video on his phone or he's playing the video game, he's very serious. Like, he has this very serious expression on his face. It's like, chill out, Capricorn. Like, it's not that serious. Chill out. Relax. Calm down. Also, they're very tall. So my boyfriend is 6'1", and they sort of have this walk to them where it's almost like the Leo rising, where they're very prideful in their the way they walk, and they walk very serious. They have a very serious, like, the way they walk is very serious, but very prideful at the same time. If you're a Capricorn, you know what I'm talking about. And also, they have very dark features as well. My boyfriend has very dark hair, and it's very thick. He has very dark eyes, and yeah. Also, if you're Capricorn rising, you don't have dark hair. You can have light hair like mine, but you have very dark roots. Or if you have blue or green eyes, they'll be very, very dark. Yeah. Also, let's talk about his style of clothing and his taste in clothing. So he has a very sophisticated, very expensive taste in clothing. He likes dark clothing. If it's anything light colored, he won't wear it. It has to be name brand. So all his clothing have to be name brand. Jerseys, he loves jerseys. He likes the hip hop style. And when it comes to his shoes, he likes the work boots or the high top shoes. And it has to be name brand. So even though you know, I like to shop very affordable, and we're going to Walmart or TJ Maxx, and he has to get a South Pole shirt. It has to be name brand. He likes South Pole and Miami Heat and jerseys and just Tommy Hilfiger. He likes name brand clothing. I wouldn't dare give him a Hanes shirt because for him, I'm disrespecting him with a Hanes shirt. He won't wear it and he will sell it. So again, that's another thing about our Capricorns. They are all about respect. And him being a Leo rising, that's all he talks about is respect. Respect for him is just as important as him working and making his money. It's just as important. He talks about it so much. When he sees someone getting disrespected in any way or abused or hurt, he's going to protect them. He's going to stand up for them. He's going to, you know, be that hero. And yeah, he's all about respect. That's one thing about him that drives me crazy is people that have no manners and are very disrespectful. He won't have it. Like, he won't socialize with you. He won't have nothing to do with you. He will cut you off. Like, respect for him is very important. That goes with his clothing. His clothing has to be a certain style. So, like I mentioned before, if I give him a Hanes t-shirt, he'll feel very disrespected. He's not gonna wear it because, you know, Capricorns have very expensive taste, and you know, a Hanes shirt is very cheap. And me as a Capricorn sun, I like to buy cheap. I like to buy in bulk. I like to hoard. You know, I like to spend my money. I want to get the most out of my money as a Capricorn. That's where we have two different, when it comes to money, we see things very differently. I like to buy cheap, affordable, and in bulk. I want to get more for my money. Him, he likes to buy expensive. If he's buying cheap, it has to be name brand or high-end clothing, shoes or whatnot. But he's very, like I mentioned with the dark clothing, I have a story. When I did my haul for him for Kohl's, I gave him my gift card to buy him some clothing that he wanted. When it comes to his jeans, he likes to wear relaxed fits. They have to be baggy. He likes the chains, and yeah, he likes to be comfortable with his clothing. And I remember I ordered him a burgundy shirt, a teal shirt, and then I ordered him a black shirt. But the black shirt, I didn't see the detail in it, but it was striped. And to this day, he has not worn that shirt. I don't know what he did with it. I think maybe he sold it because he never worn it. I never seen it again. I gave it to him and it disappeared. It was gone. Stripes, he's not going to do stripes. No. What else? Oh, and then I have two other stories when it comes to his shoes. So, I I think it was around Christmas. I bought him some work boots because he said he needed some work boots, and I said okay. He's seen the ones in Sears that were like $120 to $50. Yeah, those are the ones that he wanted. It was like a steel toe boot and steel toe work boot, and that's what he wanted. And I said, really? Like, you can't find something cheaper than that? Like, and he got offended, and he's like, no, forget it. You're not gonna buy it for me. So, and I said, you're right, I'm not gonna buy it for you. So instead of buying him the 120 or whatnot work boots that he wanted in Sears, I decided to go to Walmart and buy him work boots from Walmart that were $40. Yeah. When I gave it to him, he looked at them and said, where did you get these? And I said, well, these are the work boots that you said you wanted. You said you wanted work boots, so, here they are. He said, no, they're cheaply made. Where did you get these? You either got them from Walmart or Payless. What store did you get them from? And I said, well, I got them at Walmart, and they were on sale for $40. And he wasn't having it. He told me to take them back because they were going to break and they were going to fall apart. They wasn't going to last. And he wanted the $125 pair of steel toe work boots. And he was really upset and very offended that I gave him a $40 pair of shoes. So I took it back and I spent the money on myself because, okay, you're gonna act like a spoiled, sophisticated brat. I'm gonna take the money, I'm gonna spend it on myself. So there was another incident when he wanted high top sneakers. And high top sneakers are around between $50 to $100. They're very expensive for those type of sneakers, and those are the type that he likes. He has very expensive taste, and he won't wear like regular sneakers because he'll get sores from them rubbing against his ankle because he has very wide feet. So regular sneakers are just going to be they're going to be uncomfortable. So he likes the high top sneakers because it's more comfortable. It's a more comfortable fit. So I went to Payless. And they had them on sale for $30. So I said, you know what? I don't want this to be another incident like before. So I threw out the bag, the boxes, and I put his shoes in a Walmart bag. And I gave it to him. And I said, here's your high top sneakers that you wanted. He looks at them. He puts them on, and he said, these are not the shoes that I wanted. And I said, yes, these are the high top shoes that you wanted. He's like, no, where did you get these? And I said, Payless, they were on sale for $30. He said, no, I don't want them, take them back. What? I just spent $30 on some shoes that were on sale. you're gonna wear them. He's like, no, I don't want them, take them back. I don't want $30 shoes. Like, I want the shoes that are $60, $70, $80. Like, that's what he wants. Unless we're going to a discount store and he can get a name brand item on sale. That's the only way he would wear something that's on sale or inexpensive. And it upset me. I was like, I just spent my money on this and now you're not going to wear it. So I had to take it back to the store, and he eventually went and got his own shoes. And yeah. Also, he is very generous when it comes to his money as a Capricorn rising also. He will pull out his wallet and pay for an item. He won't even care what the price of the item is. If he has the money, he'll spend it. He has blown $200 in GameStop for some games, and said, I freaked out about it because as a Capricorn sun, I'm like, you could have saved so much money. Like, you could have waited till they got on sale. You could have saved some money. You could have, not have bought so much, because to him, he doesn't look at prices. If he wants it, he'll spend the money on it. As me, we're very different in that way. And he has he's been I got racing thoughts right now. I got a lot going through in my head. When I was in Ross, and I was looking at a few purses, and I remember getting the Betsy Johnson purses because I love Betsy Johnson. I love her handbags, wallets. I love her brand. And I picked out these two handbags, and they were both $40 each on sale, and they were originally $80, $85 a piece. So I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm getting name brand handbags for $40 a piece. This is awesome. Like, I want them, I was standing there and I was like, I want them both, but I really want the black and hot pink one because it's more punk rock, sporty, and but he liked the light pink and white, the huge handbag that I always get compliments on that you've seen in my video. He liked that one, and I liked the hot pink and black one, and he said, well, I'll get you both of them. And he spent $85 on two handbags, and I was like, oh my god, like, you didn't have to do that. You just spent so much money on two handbags when I could have just bought one. Like, you didn't have to do that. But for him, he's that way. He is very generous when it comes to his money. There was another incident when I went into Victoria's Secret, and they had the panties 10 for $35, and they had some body mist on sale. So I was going through, the mist and seeing which one I wanted, and I was in there for a good hour, and he asked me if, he looked in my bag and he said, that's all you want? And I said, yeah. I had like 3 mists and my panties, and I said, yeah, that's it. And then he said, no, go look around, get more, that's not enough, go get more. So I went and I picked out a few more mist, and then he went on the shelf and he picked out every mist that was on the shelf in Victoria's Secret and threw it in the bag and said, oh, he lifted it up. That sounds about, that feels about right. You know, when you're ready, just let me know, and you know, I'll pay for it. And I said, no, 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 no. We'll split it, because I had money, he had money, and I was like, no, I don't want you to spend that much money. We're split it half and half. And he said, no, no, no. When the woman rang up the items, it came out to $150. I was like, no, 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 no. Put it back, put it back. Let me go through the bag. Let me see what I want. Let me go through it real quick. This is way too much money. He said, no, 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 no. She wants it. And he gives her the money and spends $150 like that. He said, no, you want it, you can have it. I was really upset with him that day. I was like really upset. I wanted to go back to the store and just return the items, but he's like, no, you're gonna take it home and you're going to do your body care haul, and you know, just be happy with what you got, and you know, you can do a video tonight. Just, you wanted it, you picked it out, you're gonna take it home with you. And that's the way he is. Like, so many times I've walked into a store just looking around, because I want to look in different stores before I make my purchase. I want to just scout it out and see what I really want before I just pick whatever and just stop paying for it. When, you know, I want to check for the deals. What store has the better deal? You know? And so many times I've walked into, you know, a store looking at something, and, you know, I stood there for 10, 15 minutes looking at this item, and then I put it back, and then I go and I walk back and I pick it up again. Or, you know, I leave the store, I come back next week and I'm still looking at that item. And when I walk away, he'll go and pay for it. And it's like, no, 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 no. What are you doing? He's like, no, I know you've been looking at this item for a while. I know you really want this because you keep looking at it and you keep, so I just bought it for you. And that's just the way he is. He's very generous when it comes to his money. And it kind of bothers me too, because I'm just like, no, 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 no. Like, no. It puts me on edge a bit. Also, you know, Capricorns are very private people. Even though he's very generous with his money, you won't know what they have. Him being a Capricorn rising, he told me something very wise, and it always stuck with me to this day, going back 10 years ago when I first met him. He dressed very poor. He had holes in his shoes, holes in his shirt, a very dirty hat. He looked very poor. And he had a wallet full of money. And I'm just like, what? Like, I don't understand. Like, how do you have all this money, but you're just like this? Like, but for him being a Capricorn rising, he doesn't want to grab attention. He doesn't want the attention on him. He wants to look poor, to keep everyone away from bothering him for money or asking him for money, or just, you know, just being very needy. He just wants to be left alone. And me being a Capricorn sun, I'm just like, like, you gotta clean yourself up, you gotta look presentable, you know. Just, that's not a good look. But for him, and it was very wise. And I'm like, wow, he's dressed like this, but he has a wallet full of money. I mean, you know, everyone thinks he's broke, he doesn't have anything, and like that always stuck with me. And I'm just like, that's very wise. Like, but that's the way he is, and to this day he's still that way. But now it's almost like the opposite. He still has that way about him, but now it's like the opposite. Now he dresses rich, but he's sometimes he's very poor. So it goes hand in hand. He has his days where he's very poor and when he's very rich, but that goes hand in hand because being a Capricorn rising, he had a very poor childhood. He had to grow up very quickly. He had to get a job. He dropped out of school to provide for his family and to help his mother. And he never really had much growing up. He always had to sell everything he had just to get by, just to pay bills. To this day, he's still that way. He will sell everything he has just to get by, or just to have money in his pocket, just to be comfortable. Growing up, even though he worked very hard for his money, he never really had anything for very long. He either had to move, he moved many times. To this day, he's still having to move. He moves very frequently, and he always has to sell his belongings to get by. So, again, it's being a Capricorn rising, he's had to work very hard for everything he's ever had, and for him, money isn't everything. Of course, he's happy when he has it, and he's very motivated when he has money in his pocket, or when he first gets his pay. He's very happy. But if he has no money, he's very comfortable as well. He's happy whether he has money or whether he doesn't. But yeah, that's just a little bit about his Capricorn rising. I know this is not going to resonate with everybody, but yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, they are protectors. They like to protect their friends, their family. They won't start a fight, but they will finish it if they have to, or they will walk away if they had a choice. Walking away from an argument or a fight is a very Capricorn thing to do because they don't have time for nonsense and drama. But him being, for me being a Leo rising, I grab a lot of attention, and I get guys, wanting me all the time, trying to pick me up, harassing me, just everything. So when we go out in public, he's very stressed, he's very on edge, and he's always has me, he walks behind me most of the time when we're out in public. He won't, because there's always a guy behind me. Everywhere I go, there's always a guy following me. So he'll walk behind me, sort of, protect me from the outsiders, so to speak. and he's very observant, so he's always watching, he's always on the lookout, he's always very observing around his surroundings. Other than me, I'm just, you know, I just start wandering and I don't pay attention to everything around me. And you know, sometimes I get in trouble with these guys, you know, these guys wanting to touch me, harass me, wanting to pick me up, following me. So I get myself in situations because I'm not as observant as he is. But he wants to protect me. I know when I go out, you know, before we go out anywhere, he always says, how many guys do I have to fight off today? Or who am I going to have a problem with today because of the way you're dressed, or the makeup that you're wearing, or the way you have your hair? Yeah, so he's a protector. I never have to worry about my safety because he's always right there. And before anything happens, he's right there to put a stop to it. And yeah, I always feel safe when I'm around him. He has a motto of I'll beat their butt and ask questions later. That's a very Capricorn thing. So if they have to get to that point, they're gonna handle their business and then they're gonna question you later, you know, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Like, they're not going to ask questions. They're just gonna handle business and then they're gonna have a talk later. That's what he does. As a Capricorn rising, I know it's not gonna resonate with everybody, but that's just what he does. And what else? There was an incident in the mall where I was waiting for him. He went to the restroom, and I was waiting for him, and these two guys walked up and they started having a conversation with me, asking me, you know, what's your name? How old are you? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a man? You're beautiful, you're gorgeous. What are you doing standing there all by yourself? Come over to us. Come sit with us. And one of their friends walked into the bathroom and seen my boyfriend and says, oh, my friend is ignorant. He doesn't even know that her boyfriend's in the bathroom. And my boyfriend simply said, when I leave and he's still talking to her, I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna handle business. Like, it's not gonna go down like that. So of course, when he came out, the guys simply, you know, said, oh, you know, wow, she has a man. And they apologized. Hey, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit up on her. I'm sorry, that's your woman, I apologize. And he just said, it's okay, thank you, I appreciate your apology, thank you for apologizing, you know. But he, deep down, he was boiling. He was really mad, you know. And of course, when we went to leave, he's like, don't ever stand there by yourself ever again. Because, you know, he was really upset that, you know, I put myself in that situation instead of being near other people. And yeah, but I seem to put myself in that situation all the time anyway. But that's a little bit about the Leo rising. This is his sign, and I know it's not going to resonate with every Capricorn rising, but this is just him. This is, you know, his life. But yeah, so if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, comment, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.